Students, ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of you, my little snow monkeys, ladies, and jelly spoons, may I present, now that they're ready, the Aspen History Players!
We are the History Players, and we will present for you a briefly complete history of modern Aspen. 81 years of history in just 50 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 81 history in 50 minutes. What?
15.
That's what I said. 50 minutes, 81 years of history in what?
1-5.
You mean,
are you crazy?
We have 15 minutes to cover the last 81 years?
Yeah.
We're going to have to condense. We're going to have to be efficient and cut things down and be fast and quick and efficient.
I got an idea. Let's go decade by decade, just hitting the important points.
Now, see, that's a really good idea, Clayton, but it leaves an awful lot to the imagination of the audience, and I just don't know if these people are up to it. All right.
At least we can do is try.
We're doing it for you.
All right. We're in
Okay.
1936.
1936.
Beginning of modern skiing, essentially in Aspen. 81 years of history. 15 minutes.
I got another idea.
What?
Let's use popular songs to help set the mood.
Ladies and gentlemen, 81 years of history in 15 minutes. Buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be
Yeah, I'll go first. All right, we need a pop song from the 1930s. The way you wear your hat.
Excellent.
The way you sit.
All right, 1936. Commercial skiing is off to a good start with Billy Fisk and Ted Ryan and Tom Flynn. The Highland Bavarian Corporation builds a lodge out at the convergence of Castle and Conundrum Creeks. And things are off to a great start, but then in 1939, Hitler invaded Europe. And Billy Fisk, that sportsman, adventurer, businessman, actually heeded the call of battle and went to join in the Royal Air Force.
Still always keep the memory of.
Billy Fisk was shot down on August 17th, 1940. He was one of the first U.S. flyers killed in the war.
No, they can't take that away from me.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Till I come marching home.
As America mobilized for World War II, it effectively put an end to the budding ski industry. Gas was rationed, and people had more important things to worry about than playing in the snow.
Yes, but if the war kept recreational skiers from coming to Aspen, it brought skiing soldiers to the state and to the valley in the form of the men of the 10th Mountain Division of the U.S. Army, formed specifically to combat Hitler's crack troops in the Alps. Now, it didn't take these special forces long to discover the charm and ambiance of Aspen, not to mention the perfect powder snow and abundant sunshine.
And it didn't hurt that the price of real estate was so low. Did you know that you could pick up an empty lot in downtown Aspen for $25? And an old Victorian house in the West End for about $100 back taxes. And trust me, these special servicemen took notice and vowed to return should they survive.
This land is your land.
This land is my land. From California to New York Island.
From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Oh yeah, as the war ends, soldiers come streaming back to the United States from every theater of war, looking for jobs and a place to return to their lives. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me.
And it wasn't just the special servicemen who took notice.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Elizabeth. Yes, my name is Walter Pepka. I'm the CEO of the Container Corporation of America, based out of the fine city of Chicago, Illinois. May I present my lovely wife, Elizabeth. Say hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Yes, we thought we'd call all of our friends here in the town of Aspen together for a little community get-together. I felt I should let you know I just bought half your town.
Oh, Walt. You see, I skied here in 1939 and fell in love with this beautiful town. And I told Walter about it, and we've come here now to invest our money and time. So if there's anything that we can do to help you, any way that we can help this town to revive itself, anything.
Mr. Pepke! My name is Friedel Pfeiffer, and I was in the 10th Mountain Division, and I would like to make something of Aspen.
As in, Friedel Pfeiffer, Fricker, Pfeiffer's?
Walter.
I have something very important to ask you.
Oh, Fricker, Pfeiffer's, Friedel Pfeiffer,
Walter Pepke, pack of pickle pipers!
Ooh, awesome.
Very good. I can see we're going to be fast friends, Mr. Friedel Pfeiffer. What can I do for you?
Mr. Pepke,
Yeah.
I would like to build a ski resort.
Well, let's start with the chairlift.
Oh, not just any chairlift. The world's longest and fastest chairlift. Got your back.
Lift 1 went up the west side of Aspen Mountain, dedicated in January of 1947. At that time, it was the world's fastest. It was the world's longest. It was the world's highest chairlift. It took you a mere 45 minutes to reach the top of the mountain. And that was in a single chair, by yourself. 45 minutes to the top.
Now,
Things got a little sweeter in 1948 when we could take a charter flight into the Aspen airstrip. And then things really started heating up in the summer of 1949.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Go F.
no, Lane. No, I mean, that kind of looks like that's how you can pronounce it, but it's actually German. It's Goethe. It's the name of the famous German poet, scientist, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. It was the 200th anniversary of his birth.
Yes.
Go ahead, you try it. Try to get to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the go-to
No.
Gertrude.
Boys! I welcome you all to the
Oh, come on, just put your mouth. Ow!
the Bicentennial Music Festival and Convocation, held here in July of 1949 for 3 weeks with visiting dignitaries such as the Minneapolis Symphony, Thornton Wilder, Arthur Rubinstein.
And in this corner, all the way from West Africa, weighing in at 89 kilograms, the Swister Mister, putting the man in humanitarian, Dr. Albert Schweitzer!
Hello, Aspenites! I would just like to say Aspen is built a little too close to heaven.
That's great, Doc. But with all this goatee celebrating,
Garrett, say, just push this.
we're getting behind. Suffice it to say that the Bicentennial Convocation and Music Festival established a trend and brought the eyes of the world to this little Victorian mining town in the Colorado Rockies. But first, let's move on to the 1950s.
Well, that'll be the day when you see me cry, and that'll be the day when I say goodbye. You say you're gonna leave me, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day that I die.
How about the 1950s? All those cute little ski bunnies in their tight little ski pants.
What a busy decade the 1950s has been. And building on the success of the goat herd,
Just saying it. Just let
the
it
international design, or the 1950 FIS World Races were hosted in Aspen. The first time an FIS race had been held anywhere outside of Europe. And then building on the success of the GoPro.
Oh, come on!
just stop.
The International Design Conference, the Aspen Music Festival and School, and the Aspen Institute were built on those foundations. A sprawling modern campus was designed and built by Herbert Bayer on the old racetrack in the West End. And the entire valley began to embrace the Pepke's mind, body, and spirit, the Aspen idea. Great thinkers, movers, and shakers, artists became the norm. And with the marriage of commerce and culture.
I'm cultured.
Excuse me, folks. I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh boy!
Was flowering in Aspen.
As was skiing, you see. By 1959, Art Pfister and Friedel Pfeiffer opened Buttermilk Ski Mountain for the beginning skiers. And Whip Jones, thank you, opened his very own Aspen Highland and brought in Stein Erikson to lead the ski school.
Darcy Brown, son of an Aspen pioneer and a longtime member of the board, assumed the helm of the Aspen Skiing Company, a position he would hold for the next 22 years. When asked why he got involved with the ski company in the first place, Darcy replied,
"Hell, I never expected the ski corporation to make any money. I was just tired of walking up the damn hill to go skiing."
As CEOs of opposing ski companies, Darcy Brown and Whip Jones would butt heads many times over the next couple of decades.
What's so funny?
Sorry.
What?
He said butt heads. Aspen's economy was now supported 12 months a year, with cultural events in the summer and skiing in the winter.
Unfortunately, the Aspen idea would have to move forward without one of its founders. Walter Pepka passed away at the age of 63 in 1960. No, they can't take that away from me.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking for is a little bit of respect. Yeah, baby, just a little respect.
Just a little bit. Oh yeah, it's the 1960s, and with baby boomers coming of age all across America, why shouldn't Aspen begin to reflect that as well?
Oh, hey, Mike, before you move into flower power, let's not forget to mention asphalt.
Whose fault?
Not my fault.
Asphalt. You see, the downtown core was paved in around 1963, 64, and then the top of Independence Pass in 1967. Oh, yeah.
About the same time the last train left town.
Ooh.
Coincidence? I think not.
It was also the same time that we added the Aspen Center for Environmental Studies, why the Center for Physics was formed, and a new music tent was built, this time designed by both Herbert Bayer and Fritz Benedict.
The biggest change to the resort and skiing in general was the development of the Snowmass ski area in 1967. The population of Aspen at that time was around 2,000, and the ski company now had 3 mountains, with Highlands being the locals.
You see, as a younger generation moved into the valley, there were conflicts between these long-haired hippies and the old established guard that actually involved the Civil Liberties Union, but it didn't deter the skiers.
Nope. With nearly 750,000 skier visits that last ski season of the decade, the entire ski industry had to look at Aspen with a whole new level of
R-E-S-P-E-C-T! Find out what it means to me! R-E-S-P-E-C-T!
That's right, let's ski!
It's high noon in 1970 Aspen as the conservative powers that be are insulted and assaulted by the forces of freak power, embodied by Hunter S. Thompson. Confusing, really, as Mr. Thompson is not a long hair, but has no hair. Nonetheless, during the 1970 election for Pitkin County Sheriff, Hunter ran a freak power campaign against the incumbent, a tall, lanky cowboy, and lost. But the stage is set for more conflict between the idealists and the greedheads, the forces of business and beauty. Stay tuned.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before.
It's John Denver.
He left yesterday.
You see,
Yeah.
so John came out west in the early 1970s when there was a movement here of preservation versus profit. So at about the same time that he starts his WinStar Foundation, Aspen set groundbreaking, or more accurately, anti-groundbreaking legislation by limiting the growth and development.
That didn't stop Aspen from achieving the highest cost of living index in the United States by the end of that decade.
That's right, we added the downtown pedestrian malls. Well, a new art museum was put in the old Hunter Creek hydroelectric plant, and a new hospital was put out on the west side of Castle Creek. And we got our very first dance company in the 1970s.
It's Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You know he'd be a poor man if you never see an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain
Some boys
High.
kiss me, some boys hug me, I say they're okay.
Okay.
If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away.
Now, with all this limiting of growth, development continued at a mad pace. Although sometimes with a historical bent. Both the Hotel Jerome and the Wheeler Opera House were renovated in the 1980s.
Oh, they can beg and they can plead, but they can't see the light.
That's right.
The boy with the cold hard cash is always Mr. Right.
Yeah, even the ski company gets in the act, building the Little Nell Hotel complex at the base of Aspen Mountain and completing in 1986 the 40th anniversary of the original Lift 1, the Silver Queen Gondola. The biggest difference, it now took just 15 minutes instead of 45 to get to the top of the mountain, and you've got 5 people to talk to.
In addition, the county made improvements to the existing airport and built a brand new jail.
'Cause we are living in a material world, and Aspen's a material girl. Don't know the words, but I'm singing Macarena. Don't know the steps, but I'm dancing pretty buena. Drunk wedding guests will have plenty to explain. Hey, Macarena.
We are not doing
No, what song better to represent that frenetic energy of the 1990s?
She's into new sensations.
Yeah, it's the 90s, and the largest hotel complex in Aspen's history is built. Of course, that plot of land was fought over between 2 developers, Muhammad Hadid and a guy you might have heard of, Donald Trump. Trump lost, Hadid built the hotel, but of course it annoyed all the locals because that empty spot of dirt was the last place they could park for free to go skiing.
And Whip Jones donates his Aspen Highlands to his alma mater, Harvard. Harvard sells it off to a developer, Gerald Hines, and Gerald Hines sells off the skiing operation to the Aspen Skiing Company, and thus the power of 4. Now, Gerald Hines does develop the base lodge there, again to the chagrin of the traditionalists who carve their names in the wooden bar. The Aspen Skiing Company spends millions of dollars actually to bring the lift system at Highlands up into the 21st century, and created the Highland Bowl as a mecca for extreme skiers.
And of course, on the cultural front, Harris Concert Hall is completed, and the 700-seat underground venue becomes known as the Carnegie Hall of the Rockies because of its excellent acoustics. Oh, and if you're a Tiger Woods wannabe, there are now 9 golf courses stretching from one end of the valley to the other. Upside, inside out, little Anita Aspen, so push and pull you around, little Anita Aspen. It's New Year's Eve, 1999.
Aspen parties because it's 1999! But the computers don't crash. Business continues on as usual.
Don't forget the roundabout! And then in the middle of the development of the Snowmass Base Village, the economy crashes.
Wait a minute.
Just like silver crashed over 100 years before.
So when things get heated up and we're really flying in the 2000s, we sort of crash with a recession. Just like they crashed when the same thing happened with a different commodity back during the silver mining boom. So we, all of us, every single one of us, everyone who's ever lived here, laughed here, loved here, died here, part of a bigger story, a story that has beginning and a middle, but no end.
No end yet, Michael, because you see, the same people that came before us are just going to be like the people that come after us. Everyone attracted to Aspen for the wonderful amenities that it has to offer.
But history's all just old stuff.
Oh,
right?
please.
Really? What about New Year's Eve 2008?
Cancelled!
You remember what happened, right? Jim Blanding, this disgruntled old-timer and part-time miner, went around town on New Year's Eve pulling a little red wagon full of improvised explosive devices. Goes from bank to bank in a misguided attempt to rob them on the busiest, most profitable night of the year. The authorities have to shut the entire downtown core down.
Well, but that just happened a few years. Oh, so you mean the things that happen today become the history of tomorrow?
By George, I think he's got it.
I've got a feeling
Now,
that tonight's
this brings us up to history that most of us are aware of and most of us are a part of. Creating the stories, communicating the stories, and for us, preserving the stories. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all of Aspen's history.
Told relatively briefly.
and almost completely. But not completely.
Whatever do you mean, not completely.
What could we have possibly have left out?
Well, just this one last little weensy, teeny tiny little mammoth detail.
Oh, I know what
See where I'm going here?
Yeah, I got it.
In the fall of 2010, ancient residents of the Roaring Fork Valley saw the light of day for the first time in 130,000 years. I wonder if any of those mammoths and mastodons will show up for the World Cup finals in Montreal. Well, they might, because that Rocky Mountain High is now completely legal.
And so,
The story